Hey, this is Overpass Insights. My name is Eric and I make apps. Now today I want to talk about spending money on ads to promote your app. All right, so today I want to talk about spending money on ads to promote your app. So I released my first application back in 2012, and since then I've released dozens more, or hundreds if you count the free version, the paid version, the iPhone version, the Android version, the different combinations of it. But I've released a lot of applications. And over the years, I've done a lot of advertising campaigns too. I've run ads on Google using either universal app campaigns or search ads, or on Facebook running Instagram ads or Facebook ads. They're kind of all the same, right? And I can tell you one thing, there's nothing more scary for an app developer who has hardly any revenue coming in than to spend even more money in the hopes that that will make you more money back, right? So I'll do very small budgets, small daily budgets, and try to test things out and see how they work. And I've had various levels of success. And when I run ads, I have one of two different strategies. The first one is to increase my rankings. So the hopes of boosting my organic search rankings. Let's say I release a new application, it's a free application, it's getting no downloads, no traction at all. I might do a short, maybe 2 to 3 week campaign, maybe spending $10 to $20 per day, just in order to get numbers in. I want numbers, I want downloads, I want reviews. I want some sort of social proof that this application can actually compete with the others, right? Because if it has no downloads, no reviews, it's gonna rank really bad. So usually I'll have a short campaign. I expect to lose money on it, but the hope is that when that campaign's over, the organic search results will be better for that application. And for the most part, that's what I've done, that side. I've tried the other way of doing it, where you look at the lifetime value of the user and try to spend, say you spend $1 to acquire a user through advertisements, and you hope to make $2 back from them, right? Because if you could do that, you just keep funneling money into it and it works. And in the past, I haven't really had much success with that, but over the past 5 or 6 weeks, I have. So over the last 6 weeks, I've been running a campaign where I spent, I think, £495, which, like I said, scary. To me, it's like, God, do I really want to be spending this money? Because nobody wants to spend money on advertisements, really. It's not fun, right? But then I made £1,000 back. So there was a profit to be made there. And every day I've been watching the cost per conversions. So now, I've run this before on the free applications, and I would find that the cost per conversions was too high. So I would be spending like £1 or £2 to get a download. So of all the ads, all the impressions, all the clicks of those people, how many people actually download the application, and then you can find out from that, and Google Play will tell you this, or Google Ads will tell you this, what the cost per conversion is. And my cost per conversion might be between £1 and £2. Sometimes it'd be really low, like 50p, but usually it's around that. It could be anything. And on a free application, I might only be making 20 cents for that user, just through ad revenue. They're not making any in-app purchases. So I changed tactic where I'm only running ads on paid applications. So I've increased the price of some of my paid applications in order to actually make a profit from this. And I'm actually finding it to be working, where it's getting in front of those people, putting the app in front of people who wouldn't normally see it, and actually getting them in to make the purchases. And I've been watching that very closely and just sort of funneling money into it. And I talked about this a few weeks ago. I think that people are starting to make more purchases in apps now. The market is maturing. People understand that you have to pay for things. And while I would like to be able to serve ads for the free version with in-app purchases, I find it less risky to run it to the paid version. So this is something that I've found to be successful over the past few weeks, right? Like I said, and every day it varies, but it has got my conversions up, and it seems to be working. And I wanted to share that with you because some of you guys out there, you have the same kind of difficulty. We all have the same difficulty as app developers, which is discoverability. How do you get your app in front of people? And Sometimes you can do it via search rankings through proper app store optimization. Like if somebody's searching for what you have, you can get it to pop up at top of the listings. But sometimes you can't. The market is too competitive and you actually have to interrupt them. You have to interrupt them by getting the ad in front of them at a different time, and that's where advertising is going to help. But that costs money, and you don't want to spend money that you're not going to make back. So those are the successes that I've had. And like I said, there's been a lot of times where I spent money on ads and I haven't made anything back, which is why you watch that very closely. Start with a small budget, watch the number of impressions, the number of clicks, the number of conversions, and make sure that you are actually tracking conversions. So if you're running a Facebook ad, you have to include the Facebook SDK in there and actually get that going. Because I've talked to a lot of the bigger app developers, and they're using this as a strategy because they know how much they're making per user and getting all that go through. And that's making me really start to look at it. After all these years of having these applications out there, I'm now finally starting to see a little bit of success in that area. And I wanted to share that with you guys. So my question to you is, have you run ads on your applications? And if so, was it successful? Or did you just find you were like, because there's been one ad where I've run, and it was like I went to the roulette table, put all my money on one number and watch it disappear like that. It was like nothing happened, no conversions, no downloads. But other times I've had a bit of success. So have you had either or? Have you had success with advertising? Do you run ads consistently? Because like I said, for the last 6 months, it's like the longest campaign I think I've ever run, because I'm not going for the rankings, but going for the consistent revenue. I want to spend $1 and make $2 back, which so far so good. But anyway, let me know what kind of successes and failures you guys have had with advertising, or if you're just too afraid to spend money on ads, because I totally get that. So anyway, that is it for today. I'll talk to you guys again next time.